All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a few weeks after Nipsey Hussle's death, passed away. Got a picture of him here. Now you're hearing this voice on this ghost app. It's a technology. I mean, it's not magic. See, you said door. There's a door here. See, it's real. You guys, tell me who this is. I'll watch what I'm gonna do. Yeah, technology is advancing. It's not magic. If I went back in time and I took a cell phone with me, and I was there's no cell phone towers back then. But if I took a cell phone back in time, and I showed them to people, look at the voices coming through here. If I even show them this device, they would think, "Oh, it's magic. He's a magician. He's a witch. Burn him at the stake." Right? So we're in what 2019 now. See this? It's a cell phone to the dead, basically. It's called the P-sb7 Spirit Box. Nicholas Tesla Spirit Radio's in here, AM, FM. AM is related to the human voice. Prayer. Picks up ghosts. And once you modify it this way, there's a link below this video on how to modify. Go to ghoststop.com and get this. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have links for that. You go online, ghoststop.com. Get their P-sb7 Spirit Boxes because they detune it properly. Circle. Whatever they're doing to their units really helps with ghost communication. And then once you get the unit, attach a wire like this. It's an audio wire, copper audio wire, and you just convert it into a short wave. Now you can reach ghosts depending on the sun and the moon, the hours. You can reach ghosts anywhere in the world they may be, or even the astral planes where the spirits hang out and ghosts hang out. All right, now here's the thing. Watch this. So technology, right? Ghost apps. Do ghost apps pick up ghosts? Maybe. Let's pick here. This is the one I'm using right now. You can get this on the Google Store. Let's go to the Play Store, the Google Store. And I ain't playing. It's called the Spirit Voice V1, that one. Hit it. Now most people do this. You're hearing those voices? Those are pre-recorded voices. And they say ghosts can manipulate those voices. Well, I don't use that. I use the dictionary. It has a built-in dictionary with like 700 words. And you know Morse code? Right? The spirits can send out signals, which they call Sally. You know, Sally House. James. All these words they use. It's describing a scientific method. They Morse code the phone, just like your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, magnetism, XYZ access that the phone has, and they can make the word they want to come out. A hit speech. It says, "Please wait." This is the one you're hearing now. So these could be angels, spirits. Digital is for demons, devils, spirits, and some angels. There's other varieties in between. There's not just devils and demons. There's other species God created. Leader. Now, analog is for ghosts. ITC research device. Analog is for ghosts. Digital is for demons and all those other guys. These are ministering spirits. There's good ones and bad ones. So they're talking away. I use them like spies. They let me know who's around. Right? Ghosts are not afraid of these entities. The afterlife, I mean, Jesus compared demons to dogs. Are you afraid of the dog? Of a dog? Some people are, right? Some people aren't. Be like, yo, woof, woof, go away, right? So Jesus compared demons to dogs. Now here's the thing. Speaking of witch hunts, everything I said, I don't want anyone to witch hunt any other paranormal investigators or psychics or anything. Don't go out saying, Paranormal Buster said this. Numbers. You're fake. Blah, blah. Don't be using my name against other people. Alright? There's plenty of people out there faking stuff. Alright? And speaking of witch hunts, what they're doing is they're recording For example, if I recorded your voice and I played it backwards, be truthful now. Is that a ghost or you speaking backwards? Of course, it's you speaking backwards. Now, there's a very famous guy on YouTube saying if you record Nipsey Hussle's voice, right? If you record Nipsey Hussle's voice, he's passed away. And then if I record his voice from an interview on YouTube or on social media, I record his voice, I play it backwards for you. And then I tell you, oh, you just heard Nipsey Hussle from the afterlife with fancy guitar equipment. Yeah, you just did. Tell me something. Be truthful. Is that a ghost? Say, well, that's Nipsey's voice. He's a ghost. Yeah, that's true. But the only manipulation is going on is there's a famous YouTuber manipulating people, telling lies. That's the only manipulation going on. If you play Nipsey Hussle's voice backwards, you're not hearing a ghost. You're hearing his voice backwards. There's a guy out there doing that. That's all he does. He gets a lot of views. You know why? And he does this on his videos. Let me concentrate on the ghosts. You know what this means? Money. He's mocking other paranormal investigators, saying, see how much views, and so he even shows up on YouTube and say, look how great I am, have more views and more millions of thumbs ups and more subscribers than anyone. I'm such a good guy. Yeah, because you fake stuff. You play dead celebrities' voices backwards, and and you claim that it's really the ghost. Speaking of psychics, got some psychic cards here. We're going to be opening these up. I noticed when Nipsey Hussle passed away, it wasn't the paranormal community that started doing videos on him. It was psychics. Very strange. Usually when celebs pass away, the paranormal community, these devices, jump in on it, right? For the views, for, to prove there's an afterlife. Some do it for money, like Reveal. You know who. He's like this on his videos. Let me concentrate on the ghosts. Yeah, he's concentrating on the ghosts, right? And then he says on his videos, it's all about love. And you know how much I love you guys. Yeah, how much do you love those people? Yeah. Body. So that guy's fake. 50% of his stuff is fake, 50% is real. So the only manipulation going on is him deceiving people. But, the fake stuff gets millions of views. Millions of views. So they get money, right? But the real guys, I have a link below. Found. Right? This guy's online claiming that his $6,000 unit, which is just a guitar speaker, which he decorates it. He puts guitar equipment here. And then he plays voices through it. So the device itself doesn't pick up ghosts. It needs the voice playing backwards, or an app, or a ghost app, right? Needs ghost apps, or or analog box, ghost box. On its own, that $6,000 ghost unit that the guy invented. I'm sorry, dude. Stop telling little white lies. The only manipulation going on is that guy is fake, and he's faking his stuff. Magnet. And you did not. Yeah, there's a big magnet in here that spirits can use. True. But the only manipulation going on is that guy's lying to the public. You did not invent. This is for the message for that famous YouTuber. He spies on me. Uses a lot of my ideas, of course, but that's fine. I mean, we all in the paranormal community use each other's ideas. But he claims he invented this box. He did not. Sorry, bud. You did not invent a guitar amp speaker. You decorated it, made it look nice, spray paint it, sell it. There's nothing wrong with making business from the paranormal community, right? But all that money you made from Nipsey Hussle's death, all you YouTubers out there, did you contribute that money back into Nipsey Hussle's community? Any of it? 10% of it? 5% of it? 20% of it? 50% of it? Anything? No? You just kept all that money, right? Yeah, well, Paranormal Busters doesn't make any money. So what am I doing for the community? Nipsey Hussle's community. information for free. I don't get paid, so I can't contribute. My information is for free. Telling you how to do things.
Head.
That's my contribution.
Mike.
Bring Nipsey Hussle's voice back to the world. He's not gone. He passed away physically, but he's still around. See, when's he going to heaven? That's up to God. When's, the afterlife and everything? It's not just heaven. There's heavens. Many levels. Not going to get into that in this video. Now, I hope someone in Nipsey Hussle's hood, starts doing paranormal stuff. Like, I know there's a lot of psychics. You can make money from that. Hustle and motivate, right? You can start psychic groups, make money like that. You can start a paranormal group in the hood. So when people pass away, they don't call the Ghostbusters, they call you, right? And then their relatives can be heard, They call you. You can go to their house, investigate, have equipment, paranormal equipment. It's a little bit of investing, but that's how business is.
Loud.
Hustle, motivate. And speaking of witch hunts, so don't go online bitching to that fake guy. We all know who he is. He's fake. That's all there is to it. I mean, everyone on YouTube that does paranormal is trying to invent new equipment to hear ghosts live, full speech, and to see ghosts live, full speech. Well, guess what? Someone has already done that. The link is below this video. The Andy Kopak link. Go watch that. That guy has maybe 500, 600 subscribers. If, maybe...
Jackie.
At most, 900 views each video. Not even 50 views. And he's a genius. Overlooked. He invented devices to hear ghosts live. Full speech. Just like they're living. Scientific cameras that can see ghosts live. Full speech. You know how much views he gets? None. You know why? Because the fake stuff gets crazy views. People love fake stuff. Just like they like cereal chips, junk food, all this junk food. But Nipsey Hussle brought a message of health to the world and truth. In the hood, you tell lies, what's going to happen to you if you go around telling lies? Well, there's a lot of people on YouTube telling lies about Nipsey Hussle. Not cool. Anyway, God will judge those people eventually. So guys, don't do online bullying. Just want everybody to know the truth. Now, if I went back in time with this phone, people, I don't know, the 1900s, and I'm like, hey, look at this thing. They would think I was a witch, right? Because a voice is coming out of here. And I make phone calls, They'd be like, who are you talking to? Oh my gosh, this guy's a witch. They burn him at the stake, right? Now, some people say, oh, you're not listening to Nipsey Hussle speaking through this ghost box. Those are demons. I've heard people say that. Well, how do you know it's a demon? Prove it. Where's your proof? I'm showing you proof that's human voices coming through. And I know the difference between demons and humans. Demons, when they imitate a human, it's like this. You can still hear their original voice. I'll give you an example. Hello, I am Nipsey Hussle. Like the voice gets transmuted. You know what I'm saying? It's not correct. That's how you can point out a demon. When it's Nipsey Hussle speaking from the afterlife, it's straight up. You hear it. There's no voice manipulation. It's a straight line, man. I've done voice print analysis on my sessions. Nipsey Hussle's voice is coming through. That's who you've been hearing. All right. Now, some people say, other paranormal investigators say, well, you're not real either, because you're doing ghost box sessions, and this picks up radio. So if there's interviews on Nipsey Hussle all over, that's all you hear on the radio now. Nipsey Hussle news, right? Going on and on and on. I don't know if you noticed, but my sessions, I've done, when he appeared to me, I did a session for him, 48 hours later, so on and so on. When the news is not on the radio no more of him. And still his voice is coming through. Even a few months from now, I'll do a session for him to prove it. If he wants to talk, that is. If he doesn't want to talk, hey, I can't make him talk. He appeared to me, I let him be heard. So I'm not saying, well, you can't do sessions unless you've seen a ghost. I'm not saying that to you. I understand why people do what they do. Some people do it out of boredom.
Rain.
Some people do it for money. I don't do it for money. I do it because I care about people. And my true intention is I want everyone to see how real the afterlife is.
Corn.
That God exists. So be good. Just like Nipsey Hussle taught you. Be good to everyone. Help yourself and your community. Hustle, motivate.
Me.
Okay? So, if I went back in time with the cell phone, people will think I was a
Text.
witch. People will think I was a witch. Right? Now, people are saying, well, this is witchcraft. This is witchcraft. You're talking to demons, not ghosts. That's what religious people would say.
Of course.
Right? Where's your proof?
Supply.
They talk about familiar spirits. Well, those are spirits. Spirits are digital, not analog. Right? Go study some science. I've done tests on these spirits. Can a demon or spirit imitate? Can a demon or a spirit imitate a human voice? It can, momentarily, right? It can, but you can still hear the original tonality.
Bright.
When you do a frequency analyzing, when you analyze the words, you can see that there's a frequency behind that word. So you hear the real tone going under.
Music.
For example, I mean, there's even software that you can like change your own voice to sound like someone else. I understand all that. So obviously, science is saying that spirits can imitate humans. We know that. All right. But how do I know it's Nipsey that's coming through here? There's other ghosts that are coming through here.
Right. Search.
And it's like this. If I went back in time with the cell phone, right? People say, oh, you're a witch. You got magic. Oh, my gosh. It's technology. But, it's technology.
Effect.
But people think it's magic. I don't know when people are going to learn. We're not in the 19th century anymore. Technology. All right? And if you're living in the hood, right? And you're like, I need money. Everybody needs money to survive in this world. That's how the world goes around. Start praying. Prayer is like work. Pray rosaries for whatever you want to God. God will supply for you. Prayer is like work. You know how many times I've prayed until something, I was able to walk right into it, and then I looked back and I said, whoa, all that made me get what I wanted. Took a while. Took struggles. It's not easy. But I got what I wanted. So you got to do that. Prayer is like work. You put in work. A week's work. Then you're gonna get a paycheck, right? That's how it is. That's how God said about prayer. Pray and God will reward you. Pray in secret and God will reward you. Now I'm going to explain all the frequencies and how prayer works and all that. It's kind of like that wishing to the universe stuff that people have. They're actually wishing to God. They think it's the universe. But anyway, dumb fucks. Anyway, just wanted to say that. The universe has a spirit. The moon has a spirit. Everything has a spirit. It's a frequency.
Devil.
Right? See? Digital. Coming out of the app is what? It's a devil. See that?
Leather.
He just admitted it. So there be demons around here? Devils? Of course. Every human, me, you, everyone.
Hippet.
We all hippet. So they're saying they have this.
Office.
Their hippets, their feet are hippets. He's in the office. This is a bar, so he's not here. Demons follow us forever, day and night. Angels follow us forever, day and night. We have angels and demons near us. They're both battling for our souls.
Soccer.
That's just the way God designed
Foul.
it. Why did God create demons? I'm not going to teach you that right now. All right, watch my other videos. Or don't watch. Go online and research why God created demons. Look it up. I know why, but I ain't going to tell you. But it's like this. If I went back in time with this cell phone, right?
Grass.
Okay. People think it was magic. The hell was it? You guys seen that, right? It's an orb. Could have been dust.
Jumped.
Could have been ghosts. Ghosts, quantum physics, they can be big, like their natural selves, or small. I mean, when a soul is born into a baby, how big is that soul? Huh? When they bring it from heaven, which is when you get UFOs abduct people, you know what's really going on? Bible secrets right now. UFO comes over the house, or pregnant women usually want to go on trips. Their husband's like, fine, we'll go on a trip. And then, well, that's the angels who put that hypnotic suggestion into the woman. UFO, which is angel chariots, flying wheels of God. Yeah, ambulances, portable flying ambulances from heaven. Yeah, not all angels have wings. Okay, it's not fairy tales. Yeah, so aliens exist. Aliens also exist. There's many planets, solar systems, universes. You guys have no idea how big it is. When you're in heaven, you think you're just going to float around all day? They're going to give you missions to do, planets to go, and you're going to be the angels of the other planets, such and such. You'll see when you get to the afterlife. You just don't float around all day there. So what happens is woman gets pregnant, the seed goes into the egg, becomes pregnant. The demons are like, bing, bing. They message up to the angels, pregnancy, pregnancy, pregnancy. Everything works together for the good of the Lord. You guys have no idea. Demons deal with the nasties, with the demonic, devilish things of human race. When you're in the bathroom, when people die, like when you're unhealthy, they feed off humans, all right? Like a plant. How does a plant, plants? How does a plant eat? It doesn't have a mouth. Some plants have mouths, right? Very rare ones. They flytrap, Venus flytrap. But how do plants eat? The sun hits their skin, and they absorb into it. There's a scientific name for that. Go learn that. Well, demons have some spirits have such abilities. They suck in energy. Some demons, they'll scratch people, right? Angels also scratch people. Say, why? To heal your body. It's called shock therapy. Look that up. I could teach you so much, but I'm not here to give you a whole paranormal lesson. So don't be afraid. God's in charge of your life. No one can harm you unless you let them. Also motivate, right?
Leave.
So the woman becomes pregnant. I just want to tell you this quickly, because many of you are like, "What did that happen to me? My house is getting haunted." No, the angels are flying over your house. They send down a frequency, like there's some sort of danger in the house, and they want you guys out.
Order.
They want you guys out. So they can even send out images down to make you see ghosts. They play games. They have digital. Heaven has technology. They can clone people. When people die, they're not actually dead. This is why Jesus said, when you die, you will not actually die. Do you believe this? You know what that means? You're going to get cloned. Say, well, if I told you that in the past, you wouldn't believe me. But now that everyone's aware of what cloning technology is, and where do these scientists get these ideas for cloning? That's right. They captured some so-called gray aliens, and they got technology from their ships. Reverse engineered at Area 51, sold to the pens were given from the military. That's right. The pens were given from the military to Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley sells it to the whole world, and then we get ghost apps and all kinds of technologies. Microwave. You guys like chicken? Yeah, you like microwaving chicken? Microwave used to be a military weapon to cook people. Now you got a military grade A weapon, or grade whatever, in your kitchen. Yeah. So you see that? Some stuff is classified, some stuff is not. Top secret. All right? Keep it that way. Say why. So the guy, Andy Kopic, the scientist who invented, from Boldly Go Beyond, he invented ghost communicators to hear ghosts live and cameras to see ghosts live. Why hasn't he released that technology to the public? You know what his answer was? I don't want to be responsible. He gives out small clues how to do it. So the paranormal community is still trying to figure out how's he doing it. So everyone's trying to crack the code so they can have props. I did it. Especially this famous guy out there that's like, I did it all myself. He's like a little immature brat on YouTube. That's what the hell he reminds me of. It's like, buddy, without the knowledge of the other people, you would not even proceed any further. and he has to fake stuff, like playing Nipsey Hussle's voice backwards, claiming it's a ghost, claiming it's really Nipsey Hussle. I'm sorry, playing Nipsey Hussle's voice backwards. Yeah, you're hearing Nipsey Hussle backwards. Yeah, but it's not a ghost. I mean, he is a ghost. He is a ghost. The only manipulation going on is he's playing with your mind. Anyway, leave that guy alone. He's an idiot. When he dies, when he passes away, people are going to reverse his voice backwards. This YouTuber that does this.
Yes.
Right? And then he's going to be pissed off in the afterlife because he won't be able to speak for real. So his own doing is going to be his undoing. Incredible. Problem is he got on that horse and he doesn't want to admit his faults. So,
Harry.
There you go.
March.
All he's got to do is change his methods, the real stuff. I know you don't want to hear well then start inventing something that removes that noise. There's voice cancellation things, there's science, go study.
Even.
Anyway, so can demons speaking of UFOs, so the woman gets pregnant, the demon demons are involved in sex too. They get something out of that. You didn't know that? Oh no, now you know. So
Couch.
I'm not saying it's evil. There's evil and good. There's a fine balance, right? Yeah. So the UFO, which is angel ambulance, they go to heaven. God knows that soul's gonna. God's already made all the souls. We were already in heaven. We were already made in heaven from creation, or all the souls. Up there, you know, you're kept in little pods, you know, the souls, and then God says, send this soul so and so to the angel, to so and so in that body, so and so. And then the soul's brought before God. The soul says, I don't want to go to that dirty planet. I'm here nice and comfortable. God says, I made you for this. You're going down, whether you like it or not. See you later. See you in the tournament. It's the soul tournament, Immortal Kombat. It's top secret.
Real.
Heaven or hell. Choose well. Good luck. Just be good, man. Just be good to everyone, to yourself. It's a very, very simple thing. You want to reach heaven forever. Why God do that? Hey, go read the Bible. You find out why he created all of us. And then, so the angel grabs that soul, puts it into, it's not the butterfly angels with wings. Okay, it's not always done like that. They use technology. They use technology. These are the top secrets in the Bible that the Catholic Church has been hiding, that the government's been hiding, because people, the normal people like you guys can't handle the truth, can you? You know, like the movie, you can't handle the truth. Yeah, you can't handle the truth. I mean, listen, I'm telling you, you're like, what? This guy's nuts. Yeah, well, wait until you die. You see how nutty it is on the other side.
Equate.
Anyway, the soul, the angels grab that soul, they put it in a little pod in the UFO. They come over the house. They get the pregnant woman after a few days, whenever the seed is ready. You know, the egg is fertilized. And then they come over the house. This is their job. They do it quick. They have cloaking technology. They bend light, you know, warp light. See? Watch. Let me cover it up with light. Cover it up. Oh, now you see it, now you don't. They warp light with magnetism and stuff. They got technology. Angels got technology. We're like ants compared to the technology heaven has.
Ascend.
Yep. They float. They go over your house. They abduct the woman. And then the woman, sometimes, you know, the hypnotic suggestion doesn't erase their memory, like Men in Black. And then sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it bleeds through the subconscious.
Hunt.
They hypnotize the woman. They get her on the ship. They abduct her. They put in the soul into the egg. And bingo. Then they put the souls in the egg. It's fertilized. There's a soul in there. Put the woman back in her house. She goes in her house. She says her house is haunted. Something. She wakes up with scratches or bruises because the angels might have been a little rough because they have a lot of people to deal with. You know, when they grab your like your leg or something or your arm, they left a little bruise. Women bruise easily. See, a lot of clues. You know, there usually cuts in the belly when they put the soul in. If there's cuts If there's cuts in the belly, that means the angels actually manipulated the DNA. You know, blue eyes, this tall, that short. There's labs right now. You can pay for a kid. You can have, just like freaking Nazis, you can have a blue-eyed pink boy
Prepared.
2 legs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You actually should pay for that shit right now. Even buy pets. You can buy pets according to how you like. You know, how about a pet glowing fish? You can buy that. You know what I'm saying? As it was in the days of Noah, said Jesus, so it will be in the last days. Meaning we're discovering fallen angel technology. And fallen angels are about doing what they do. Right? There's good angels, bad angels, good demons, bad demons, good spirits, bad spirits, etc. That's not what this is about. This is about Nipsey Hussle. So they put the woman back in the house. She starts complaining her house is haunted. Things are moving. See, when the UFO, which is angel chariots, when they come over the house, their frequency starts moving things in the house. The frequency. People think, oh my gosh, the bed starts shaking. They're like, oh my gosh, it's a ghost. It's not always ghosts, but I saw ghosts. Yeah, they can also make your bed shake. So you got to judge. It says discern. The Bible says have wisdom to discern the spirits. So you got to know what's going on. So don't be afraid. Stop being such a chicken. There's a lot of women that are scared of stuff. The women are scared because they've actually been abducted. See, when there are other planets, this is top secret stuff. Top secret stuff, secrets from the Bible.
Penny.
You're like, I read the Bible, that's not in there. You haven't read enough. Go study more. Go study more. When there's other planets out there, and when they need DNA for certain creatures, create new races, they come to Earth, they harvest male DNA and female DNA to create, other creatures on other planets. God allows these angels to do that. See, why does God allow these angels to do that? There's angels and aliens from other planets visiting us. That's why we're so important. We're the original genetic makeup that they use over there. The Bible, God tells Abraham, you shall be the father of the stars. Bingo, clue right there. They're gonna harvest your DNA and your descendants' DNA and humans' DNA to father the stars. You guys get it? And people are like, well, it's aliens, it's not God. Well, you think about this. Who created those aliens? Other aliens? Who created those aliens? Other aliens? Who created those aliens? Other aliens, right? Ultimately, God created all those aliens. Right? The terms are angels because it's describing their job. Like humans, like cops, police, firemen, angel, demon. It's describing what they do, those terms, their genetic makeup. But firemen, policemen, they're humans just like us. You guys get it, Matt? Anyway, tarot cards and stuff. I noticed when Nipsey Hussle died, there was a big movement of the psychic. A lot of psychics were picking up Nipsey Hussle. And they made videos on him, just to let him be heard. See if he's all right. But did Nipsey Hussle go around tapping on these psychics? See, why didn't he go out to ask paranormal investigators? I don't know. Maybe he thought they were more gentle. Maybe he saw that the human mind is like an antenna. The human brain, and it receives messages. All the voices in your head. Sometimes those are demons, sometimes those are angels, sometimes those are God. The Bible says God speaks in a still small voice, EVP even. Science calls it voice-to-skull communication. I have a device. I can actually shoot it in your head, and you'll hear voices in your head, but nobody else around you can hear it. Voice-to-skull communication. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, man? It's technology. God doesn't need technology. He uses, it's called spirits, right? God is a spirit. Frequency. If I did a frequency here, I could shatter glass.
Crossover.
If I screamed at this glass, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you have the correct frequency, you can create life. Put matter together. That's what God does. He speaks, it happens. It's created. Quick.
Mores. Everything.
Now, who created God? That's a good question. The Bible says this. This is quoting God's own answer. God says, who created me? He says, I do not know. I looked for someone higher and there was no one else.
Only.
So, did someone create God? Possibility. But so far, he's the only one. So he's saying he's the king. There's nobody else. All right. You keep thinking that you're gonna have a headache. Be like,
Sale.
who created that and who created that? It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's too much for your brain to handle. Because these are little ants. We are little ants on Earth. Right? Little tiny little ants. There's bigger things out there. So you know that. Afterlife is very interesting. Scary. Can be scary.
Kim.
But once you understand it, there's no more fear. Now, people are like, fear is negative. No, God created fear to keep you healthy, you know. You hear a noise, you look. Is it dangerous or not? You know? Fear is not a bad thing. Anyway. So, if I went back in time, I just want you guys to know that. You stop creeping out.
Point.
So, if I went back in time with the cell phone, people would think I was a witch, try to burn me at the stake. So, I got technology here. Don't try to burn me, this technology, alright? God's my judge. I say David. That word David means, look it up in the dictionary. Yeah, God is my judge. Told you why I'm doing this.
Right.
So Nipsey can be heard because he appeared to me. You know, helping out a fellow human being. Nothing wrong with that. You know, that's what I'm doing. Although he's a ghost. Yeah. So, Nipsey's got red on.
Window.
You know what red represents?
Dictionary.
Jesus Christ's blood. See, how does a man on the cross crucified, how did a man on the cross crucified save all our souls? Well, that's technology. It's top secret. It's in the Bible. The secrets are in the Bible. The reason he was crucified at 33 years old, just like Nipsey died at 33. Isn't that interesting? So, the cross. Think about that.
Spring.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen, right? North, south, east, west. Is that how it goes? You get it? It's a frequency. And Jesus was crucified at 33 at a certain hour, the exact hour, at a certain height, the correct height, and blood. What does blood have to do with all the energies of earth? The bad, negative energy got taken away by Jesus' blood. How did that happen? Yeah, sin creates an energy that pisses God off. Well, it's like if I had a nice cup of water. I said, here, drink this. You're like, I ain't drinking that. That's dirty and muddy. Get the hell out of here. It's the same thing. So, to clean up the water, you need, you know, something else in there. Anyway, blood purifies, gives life. Jesus said he's life. It's science. The reason Christians can't explain to you how Jesus on the cross, dying for you, saved your soul, is because it's metaphysics, quantum physics, all that. It's science. Water, if I put electricity in water, it conducts the electricity. There's science in this, why Jesus got crucified. With wood, you know, blood and wood. It washes away sins.
Cancer. What is sin?
Yeah, cancer, radiation, all that stuff. Jesus bore all our sicknesses and diseases. By his blood stripes, our sins are washed away. Now the Muslims say, well, Jesus was not on the cross. You know, someone else took his place. Well, the Bible has a secret that says Jesus had a twin brother named James. If you look up that word James, I'm telling you top secret stuff here. Telling you top secret stuff. James, if you look up that word, keep digging that word in the dictionary, it basically means...
Wire.
Can also mean a digital clone, digital copy of something. So they use technology. That's why the Muslims know that there's another man on the cross. When Jesus went to hell, they still saw Jesus on the cross. But Jesus actually came off the cross. One of it in the secrets, the Bible secrets, one of his apostles actually saw Jesus coming off the cross. Walked around, talked with him, and said, I know you can see me. Told him some secrets. Everybody else was just standing still in time. They couldn't move. So they actually stopped time. Went down in hell, freed all the souls, came back up, got on the cross, finished his process. He did die for us. Even the Quran says, Jesus' own words, blessed is the day I was born, blessed is the day I die, so he died on the cross, and blessed is the day I shall be taken up to God, to Allah. Just like the Bible says. So what's your Muslims' problems? Don't you know how to read the Quran properly? It's the same thing with Christians. Everybody's reading it, attacking each other, beefing with each other, killing each other.
Stop.
Yeah. Look at these spirits don't want me to go into it. Because this is about Nipsey Hussle. You guys get it, right? I'm not trying to piss anyone off. Islam is true. Judaism is true. Christianity is true. What about all the other religions? I don't want to diss them. Well, there's all the other religions that are not as popular. Social experiments from heaven, from other planets. Religions from other planets, actually. All done here on Earth to see which one would thrive and survive. Thus, all the religious holy wars. You guys get it, man. You guys get it. Just be good. Don't kill people. That's it. It'd be like, well, people get freaked out by Muslims. They're like, I don't want to be a Muslim. They cut people's heads off. That's butchery. Yeah. It's like 20th century stuff. The Catholic Church had a guillotine, and anyone they didn't agree with, they'd off with their head, right? They'd pull the lever, knife would come down off their head. Even the Catholic Church has done jihad, holy wars. So the Muslims are progressing through that stuff because they don't read their book properly. They just read it. Their political motivation, human motivation, racism. They have there's different groups of Muslims that fight with each other. It's all one big thing, you know. But speaking of the hood, right? Muslim Brotherhood's got to get together and do the right thing, or else Jesus ain't ever coming back. Which is, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. The Quran specifically says, read the Bible or you're not a Muslim. Believe all the words in it, or you're not a Muslim. You're not a true believer, said Muhammad himself. So what's the problem, Muslims? Get to it, man. Read the Bible, read the Torah, the Old Testament, believe it. Be like, well, those words don't apply to us no more. That's what Muslims will say, right? See, why am I mentioning Muslims? Because a lot of Muslims went to support Nipsey's Hussle's funeral, right? And the Marathon March, everything, which is cool. Christians, were they there? Like, the Christians didn't show up. Yeah, because you Muslims were always there. So Christians are afraid that you're going to kill them, so the Christians didn't show up. Because Christians are not allowed to fight. We're not allowed to fight. We're not afraid to fight. We're not allowed. Jesus said, do not fight flesh and blood. Our war is against the spirits, the evil entities. The description is in the Bible. So we pray. We do good things. We fight peacefully. Now, the Quran also says, believe in all the books of Allah or you're not a real Muslim. Believe it, but read it. Be like Muslims say, we can't follow the Old Testament, the New Testament, because it's been abbreviated. We have new rules now. Well, it's like this. When God gave the Old Testament, all the Jews were like, haha, we're going to heaven, everybody else is going to hell. Ha ha ha. Right? And then what does God do? He says, surprise. Right? He brings in Christianity. And he says, you're not the top dogs no more. You're not the top religion no more. And Christians were laughing at Jews. Ha ha, we're the top dogs. Ha ha ha. Jews are going to hell. Ha ha. Which made Europe hate Jews, which brought about Nazism. And a lot of Jews died. Because propaganda, right? The Nazis used religion as propaganda to achieve political means. See, the politics of humans, race wars is what's really going on. But what was the Nazism about? Race wars. What's going on in LA? Race wars. Let me play a little clip of a little bit of race war. Yeah, who said that? I say the black community. You guys got to get together, find out who those people were that were saying those words, because CBs can come through on walkie-talkies. Yeah, sometimes. Some particular models. Find out who those guys are, charge them in court. Don't be doing none of that. Just find out who they are, spy on them. Have a group of men in the black community, talk to everybody in town in LA that's got CBs. Hello, hello, hello. Equal. Record their voice, and then match that voice with software, computer software. That voice that was talking shit about Nipsey, match that voice to the, on computer analysis, to the voice you recorded down the street if someone who's got a CB. Match those voices up, and you'll find out who the hell was saying that. And then charge them in court for violating human rights. Don't be talking shit about African Americans, man. Humans, black, whites, pink. I mean, am I white? Let me check my color, bro. This is white. Look at my color. Look, Siri. That rosary is white. Look at my color. Am I white or pink or blue? What the fuck? Dirt. We come from dirt. Right? See, I'm gonna have to go to the paint store, the hardware store, and find out what color I am. Right? So I'm not exactly. We just use the term white because it's close to it, or black because it's close to it. Black, white, whatever, man. Hispanics, all kinds. We're human beings. So y'all people stop dividing the human race. All right, yeah, it's a chain.
Southern.
It's a chain. Oh, a chain. Look at that. Spiritual such chain. What has he got there? A chain. See that? It's real. Right? I thought he meant this, but he said chain. Nipsey Hussle's got a chain. He liked color red because, and he said it points out the gold. Yeah. Anyway, Nipsey Hussle was the messiah of his community. He's gone, but he left a good message for the whole world's aware of what happened to Nipsey Hussle. You follow what he did, man. If you're in the hood, change the hood. It begins with you. You're like, well, I can't do anything. Well, read the Bible. Just read the Bible and pray. And the community will change for good. And the angels will actually go out. Angels actually shift, walk amongst men, and cause things to happen. So you just pray, read the Bible. Every human, see, the devil, Satan knows this. Say this is a human. Say this is your heart inside your body. If I took a scientific, hold on. If I took a scientific measuring device, okay, and I measured your heart's frequency, your heartbeat, I could actually go for like 20 miles or so and still pick up your heart's frequency. So for a few miles in your city, if I took a frequency analyzer or whatever, pick up frequencies, I can actually measure your heart's beat, boom, 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 your energy from your soul, your body, and your spirit, many miles away. So you have influence over your hood, your neighborhood, with your heart. Just want you guys to know that scientifically proven already. Go study that online. So pray, read the Bible. The energy you put out will affect you, will come back to you. Like the Bible secret code is, you throw the bread and water upstream, it's going to come downstream to you. So you get what karma, real, all that. So enough of all that, right? Now, which religion should you be? Well, God chooses you. God calls you to the religion. It's not it's not your choice. You just be what you got to be. Just remember that it's all real. Live at peace with one another. Now, we got to address this issue. Many people in the world are afraid of Muslims. They're scary. They'll cut your head off. Yep. I laugh at that. You know why I laugh at that? Because terrorists, radicals overseas, they're like, oh, we will kill you. And they chop people's heads off. Not cool. Not cool. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. What does the Quran say about beheading? Go read it if you're a Muslim. This is God talking in the Quran to the angels. All angels, when you see unbelievers, cut their heads off. Right? Here. Now it says it's God giving a command to the angels. Are you're a Muslim. Are you human or are you an angel? Which one are you, bruh? You're a human. You're not an angel. Thus, the Quran says you are not allowed to behead. Liberty. You are not allowed to behead. So go read the rest of the Quran. There's more secrets on fighting. Yes, fight for Allah and all that. You're supposed to fight honorably. The rules of jihad are not allowed. Says the Quran. Muhammad's own words. The rules of jihad are not allowed anywhere else in the world. Only in the Arabian Peninsula. Anyone that crosses those borders with jihad is what? Disobeying Allah. Crossing the limits of Allah, and Allah is not pleased with that. God wanted the Arabian Peninsula to be Islam. Right? Outside of that, not allowed. It's all God's perfect plan. It's a balance of the universe. Darkness and light. I mean, it's science. You guys get it? I'm not against Islam. I'm a Christian. I'm a real Christian that converted to Islam. I know the truth. I believe in all the 3 books of God. not just one. So, have you? Do you believe in all the books of Allah? You say you do. But you lie to yourself, like the Quran says. You say you believe, but you're a liar. God will see you on Judgment Day. And be like, did I not tell you to believe in all my books? You'd be like, yeah. Yeah. I shall not kill. I shall not murder.
Southern.
Go study more. Go study more. The problem is humans. Humans are not studying enough. The secrets are in the Bible. It says if you have any doubts, go to the books. What does the Old Testament say? For lack of knowledge, people perish. All right? You don't study enough, and that's why you make all these mistakes and why there's these religious wars and stuff. People are just not studying enough. And the people in charge are misleading the public. And there's all the wars. I mean, okay, that's enough of that. I want to hear Nipsey Hussle. You guys can hardly believe that. I don't know if you're hardly going to believe that. This is Nipsey Hussle talking. So what I want to do right now, speaking of death and all this, Nipsey Hussle died. I'm going to ask if he's here. I don't know if he's here physically. Or in the astral world. I don't know where in the world he may be. But I got uni here that can reach astral and the spirit world. And can reach ghosts anywhere in the world there. Now Muslims would say, well, all those voices are jinn, evil spirits. Those are not humans. The humans can't reach us.
Flower.
Do you want me to show you from the Quran where it talks about ghosts communicating with the living? Do you want me to show you that? I'm not going to show you that. You know why? You go study the Quran. And you Christians, you're like, those are demons. Those are not human souls talking from the afterlife.
Revoked.
The dead, once they die, says the Bible, they are asleep and they know nothing. They can't talk to us. And yet, Jesus talked to the ghost of Moses. When Moses appeared to him and Jesus talked to him, said, hey, what's up? Right? No, it's impossible. Maybe you don't understand what the verse actually means.
Believe.
Huh? The dead are asleep. Their body is asleep. There's a frequency that God will use in resurrection day to wake it up. They're asleep. That means ghosts operate. Our human mind, when we're ghosts, operates on. Let me show you. Operates on subconscious. Get it? Sleep. Hypnotize you. You're asleep. You're a big chicken and you don't want to know the truth.
Feed.
Right? Do you get it? You're asleep. The ghosts are asleep and they know nothing. They're asleep. The subconscious. And they know nothing. Like they don't know this no more. Their body can't touch this no more.
Casket.
They know nothing. They don't know nothing about this world. That doesn't mean knowledge. It doesn't say they don't know knowledge. They don't know wisdom. They don't know what this looks like. It says they know nothing. That means their body can't touch this. Right? But
malicious.
The Bible secrets does say, with everything that God makes an escape. So ghosts can touch things sometimes. There's secrets. You guys got to go study. Sometimes they can manipulate energies and stuff, ions, quantum physics. You go study that. I ain't got time right now. Look how long I've been talking just to explain to you that we're about to hear Nipsey Hussle. You have to explain to you everything. Go study.
Hide.
Go study. Jesus once, when he was a child, his father Joseph brought him to the Jewish school. The Jewish rabbi was teaching them. Jesus said, "You're wrong." The teacher turned to Jesus and said, "What'd you say, little boy?" That's what the rabbi's secrets of the Bible.
Yellow.
Rabbi said to him, and Jesus stood up to him and went up to his face and said, "You're wrong. What you're teaching is wrong." And then he said, "Do you know who I am? I'm the rabbi leader of this community. I'm going to talk to your dad." And then he smacked Jesus. You know what Jesus did? Smacked the rabbi right back in the face. The rabbi died dead. Jesus killed someone? What the Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's in the secrets. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Jesus killed one teacher. That's why they were able. That's why Jesus didn't have protection from the angels. And they killed him. The teacher was killed. You get it? So it had to happen. Jesus killed that stupidity. with one slap in the face. He didn't break his neck or cut off his neck, some brutal way. No. He slapped him in a supernatural way. Energy. And the guy died. Jesus was saying the old way of doing things is gone. So, there's rules
Loose.
in the Old Testament that still apply to Christianity. Like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. There's rules in Judaism, in the Torah, and in the Bible, Christianity, that still apply to Muslims. Alright? Now the rules that have changed, for example, if I said, the Old Testament says this, go straight ahead. So you're allowed to go straight ahead, right? The cross comes along, it says, nope, there's a stop now. So that rule's been changed. So you can read that rule as an example and understand the new one. You're not going to understand the new one without studying the old books. Why there's a stop now. You get it? And then the Quran came along and said, okay, you can go ahead, but you can also turn the corner. Right? You guys get it? When you make a house, there's a foundation, there's the house, and then there's the roof. There's the upper room. Judaism, Christianity, Islam. Do you guys get them? You guys don't get it. Anyway, we're going to be asking Nipsey Hussle right now. If he's here, I don't know if he's here. After his days after his funeral. And I just want to find out if he's still earthbound. Is he still on Earth? And if he's here, we're going to pick him up through the spirit box.
Government.
And we're going to ask him, because there's a lot of conspiracies online about him. Man, is there a lot of conspiracies about him. We're going to ask Nipsey himself. I'm just going to ask the same question over and over. Who killed you? What's his name? Now, I don't want you to take this as the gospel.
Lisa.
For example, I could ask Nipsey, who killed you? Right? And then it comes through the box. Nipsey himself could be right here, right now. I don't even know. Can't see him. Science, metaphysics, ghosts are invisible. I'm not going to teach you all that. See, well, how's something invisible? That's so strange. That's impossible. Look at this glass. It's a solid object. Yeah, it's invisible. I can see through it. There's ghosts, same thing. Different elements, different periodic table. I hope you understand a little bit of that.
Unit.
We human race is still discovering all these mysteries. The more we study, the more we'll know. All right. Now, if any of you got troubles with finances, the Bible says, the Old Testament, and the New Testament kind of refers to it, so does the Torah, the Quran. But here's the thing. Now, there's people out there saying, I'm not religious, but I believe in God. Yeah? That makes you more special? Makes you more stupid.
Movie.
There's a lot of people saying that. It's called pride. That's how Satan fell from heaven. He said, I don't need God. Yeah, I know he's there and I believe in him. I don't need him. I'm not going to acknowledge him. All of his rules. So, anyone that's out there, there's a famous YouTuber that says that a lot because he thinks he's more special than the rules. Well, you go tell the police establishment, hey, officer, say this is a cop. Hey, officer, start poking the cop. Hey, you know your rules? They don't mean shit to me. What's going to happen to you? So you're going around telling other humans who's motivating you. Who's motivating you? You're telling other humans, oh, I'm religious, but I believe in God, but I'm not religious. I believe in God, but I'm not religious. Threat. You liar. You're a liar. The devil's a liar, right? Many people on this earth are obeying Satan's frequency. I mean, Satan shows up. See, what's Satan? What's Satan? Is he some guy in a red suit like Santa Claus? Ho, ho, ho.
Arrived.
Merry Christmas. Satan Claus? Santa Claus? Same damn name. Same words if you just switch them around. Isn't that interesting? Replaced Jesus' birth with Santa Claus. Satan's claws. Look at that. Easter. Nipsey Hussle died around just before Easter at 33, just like Jesus. Right? Look at that. And then, what's Easter been replaced with? With the bunny, the mating season. Bang, 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 right? Easter is about rebirth and like all of that, but it's not about bunnies. It's about the cross of Jesus. It's about Jesus. Watch Jesus movies on Easter. It's very important. And Moses movies and religious movies. It's important. God likes that energy you give, you put out there. It's like when you chill with your friend. God is like a friend to you. But remember, He is King. God is King. And if you piss God off, He'll just squash you like a bug. Quick time. Anyway, what happened to Nipsey Hussle was not supposed to happen. I know the killer said, "Oh, God made me do it." Yeah, God made you do it. Where's his evidence? People usually say that when they feel guilty. God made me do it. Then he claims he's innocent, right? So what is it? Did you do it? Didn't you do it? Which one is it? So we're going to ask the victim themselves. I mean, I shouldn't call him a victim. He's more like a victor. Victory lap, right? He's a king of his hood. Did he get dethroned? No. Dethroning is when the other competitor is alive and takes you out of the throne and says, haha, now you bow to me. No, this was a killing and murder. It's forbidden. You know, bad guys always sneak up on people. They always sneak up on, because the devil's sneaky. It's reptile, snake, Adam and Eve, the tree of life. You know, Temptation had a tree tattoo on his forehead. It represents the tree. Jesus, the cross. Oh, it's a big mystery. Go study that. Now, Temptation, you know, he died. Nipsey died just a few months after. What the hell's going on around here, you know? Is there a group out there sacrificing people, artists, and movie artists? I don't know, man. I don't know. Are they paying shooters to go after people, and then they do it, like they have some crazy ass ceremonies, these Satanists and wackos and Illuminatis out there. But above them is the fallen angels telling them to do things. I mean, you guys have no idea how real this stuff is. But I ain't gonna get into that in this video. Look how long I've been talking about this. You still haven't heard Nipsey because I had to get rid of all y'all's ignorance. And that's not a racist word. That's an insult to those people out there that do not study enough. Go study. I don't mean to be a smartass. I just been studying. All right? Go study. Now, if you don't think Nipsey Hussle's voice spoke through, hey, you want to take me out? Go right ahead.
October.
This is, I'm putting my life on the line here. You think I do Nipsey Hussle's voice speaking through a ghost box, not knowing that my life could be at risk? You really think I don't believe and know that it's his voice? If I'm putting my life on the line,
Jesus.
If you don't think I'm legit, hey, bury me beside Nipsey. Go right ahead, because I know it's Nipsey coming through. Now, I'm going to turn on this box right now. I'm going to ask Nipsey himself if he's here. If he's here, he'll respond. If not, I'll get nothing. You know? If he's here, I'm going to ask him who killed you, because there's a lot of conspiracies. A lot of conspiracies. This person did it. That person sent the shooter, right? But I want you to understand this. Disclaimer right now. If I ask Nipsey Hussle, who killed you? And he says, Johnny B, right? If he says Johnny B, now you got to remember, it's not known if ghosts can hear us or they're reading our lips, all right? Telepathy and stuff. So don't take that as the gospel truth, all right? Is what I'm saying. Don't go out and look for Johnny B. And Johnny B, yeah, I heard Nipsey's ghost. Johnny B. It's not enough evidence, all right? Paranormal technology is not admissible in court yet, so let the establishment that God has set up be used. Now, homicide detectives can use paranormal activity. Can use paranormal technology to hear and see ghosts live and get the testimony from the victim themselves. How? Contact Andy Kopak if you're a police homicide detective.
Oxygen.
He has real scientific technology. They work with the police, and you can solve your murder case quickly from the leads from the victim themselves. I don't know why homicide detectives haven't jumped on that. They're in LA, and so I think is Andy Kopak still in LA? I'm not sure. I'm just saying, technology. Start using it. Start being afraid of the phone. Stop being afraid of the phone, man. the paranormal technology. Stop being afraid of it. It's legit.
Ashes.
Is it admissible in court? It'll give you a lead. I mean, when you ask another human, hey, did you see that murder? He says, yeah. Okay, and you're like, well, that's just one guy saying it. He could be lying, right? So what does the homicide detective do? He gets more witnesses. He gets physical evidence. Well, this is just more evidence. Quicker lead when you ask to use paranormal equipment. Link below for Andy Koppett, the scientist who helps homicide detectives solve crimes with cameras and equipment to hear ghosts live. You ask the victim themselves who killed you. He gives you a lead. You solve that murder quicker. Probably less than 24 hours. Just saying. Technology is out there. So, I have to tell you all that. I have to tell you all that because some of you don't know that. That's why, oh, this is fake and this is real. You go try this yourself. You go try it. You go try it. Go study more. Go learn religion. Go learn. Go learn. Just go learn. Go learn. The more you know, look, you if you're poor, you're like, why am I poor?
Page.
Why can't I succeed? What's in front of me? Spirits holding you down, holding down the man. But you attack other humans, you kill other humans, and you still poor. You killed a whole bunch of people, and you still poor. Did you get that money? No. Now it's even worse off for you. Now hell has a warrant on your head. Now the spirits have more authority. God's protection is off you, which is a frequency.
Slip.
And now, bam, they can get you. You have a warrant. Going down, man. Going down. Don't kill. Don't murder. Self-defense is allowed. Armies, the army, that's why the army. If another man tries to take your life, you're allowed to hit back. Jesus said, when a man hits you on the face, you turn the cheek. That's one chance. Be like, yo, was that a mistake? That's what Jesus said. Turn the other cheek. You're telling that person, was that a mistake?
Far.
And then if Christians never quote the next verse, Jesus said, let no one look down on you. Don't let a man knock you down. See, no one ever quotes that, but Jesus said that. Well, why does the Catholic Church hide all these secrets? Because they don't want you to be like,
Enough.
yo, you hit me, I hit you back. It's going to cause a whole bunch of violence, right? So, you go read the secrets, right? Now, taking vengeance on someone that killed someone, say Nipsey Hussle's a murderer, you go after them and you kill them, you know what's going to happen? A new rule applies to you. You took vengeance into your own hands. Vengeance belongs to God, first of all. That's
1.
The authorities that are existing, the police systems and all. That was designed by God. The angels do what they do. The demons do what they do. They hunt those people down for you. But if you want to take from God's hand, God's like, man, I was going to really fuck that enemy up. I was going to really fuck that guy up. But
Derek.
You just took him. Yeah, Derek, these spirits. Look up what Derek means. That's another type of spirit. God's like, can you swear? Yeah, you can swear when teaching. It's in the Bible. To reprove and approve others. But you're not supposed to use it all the time. It's irreligious.
Tiny.
But you took vengeance. Say Nipsey Hussle's murderer. You went after him. You grabbed him by the neck. You squeeze his neck. He's dead. Right? God's like, man, I was going to really mess that person up. But now you made that person a victim. Now he's more protected. When God takes his vengeance, he kills that body.
Cable.
That person, that murderer. And then kills his soul and puts his ass in hell. See, what's hell? What's hell? This lighter, if I light it on fire, how do you melt metal? Fire. That's what hell is. Melts the soul and the spirit. Well, melts the soul to nothingness. You literally don't exist no more. It takes a long time to burn.
Lick.
Different tortures in hell for each particular thing. Okay? School's in the house. You hear that? You hear that noise? It's a frequency. Everything's frequency. That's why we talk, we sing, we breathe, everything. God gave us life. We do not have any rights to take anyone's lives. Alright? So, rules on vengeance, I could teach you that, but I don't want to teach that because I don't want to be responsible for other people's bloods. I think you know the rules, right? If you live by the sword, you're not going to be no longer protected by God, and you're going to be taken out by the sword. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Remember that. Although your souls are protected, your lives are not. Remember that. So thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. Why make it hard on yourself? Have an easy life. Right? Just be good to yourself and others. Like, what about the
Spirits.
enemies that take you out and stuff? The Bible is very clear. Don't be afraid of those that can kill your body. They cannot kill your soul. Be afraid of God who can kill both body and soul. You're like, but the bad guy sees that as winning, right? The bad guy sees that as winning. Oh, I got him. Yeah, I win. Ha ha ha, right? They're out. You're gone. You're gone. Ha ha, right? What Jesus said, if they slap you on the face and they're laughing about it, then you go after them. That's
Harvest.
when the vengeance rule kicks in. You get it? Now, if the person has remorse and is repentant, okay, mercy, you show mercy. If you show mercy, God will show you mercy, etc., etc. All right, let the police deal with it. That's why God instituted the police system. Now, there's a lot of cops out there that are very racist, especially in LA.
Edna.
What is up with that? What is up with that? In my country, cops even raise their voice in a bit of racism. Yo, you're marked for life. You won't be able to get a job. You'll be fired from the police. You'll be sued by the black community, Chinese community, whoever you made fun of. Whoever you make fun
Carol.
of, man. You watch your words, bro. If you're an LA cop, just be the sheriff. There's a new sheriff in town. You be the authority that God gave you that badge for you to serve the 10 Commandments. You notice you got the Jewish star on your badge? That's the Jewish star. That's for God's law. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. That's why they give you a gun. You know, the Bible says, be afraid of those who carry the sword. They do not bear the sword for naught. God didn't give those cops that gun for none. He can use it on you. He has the authority to do so from heaven. All right? And so respect the police, or else that's God's law. Eh? That's a representative of what the angels do to us in the afterlife. In the afterlife, we cross one rule, they take us out. Even in the afterlife, you can still be sent to hell. Yeah. Satan fell. Do you remember the example? Now, speaking of Satan, so respect the police, guys. Now, the police is doing some unjust things. They really need new training. Okay? In my country, they have sensitivity training. What's a sensitivity training? Sometimes people's having a bad day, man. They're like, yo, I had a bad day, man. What you on my case for, officer? Whoa. Right? People have bad days, man. And I'm not just referring to any one race. White people, black people, we all react the same way. I'm having a bad day. What you want, huh? Right? What you want from me, officer? Right? So, in my country, we have sensitivity training. Right? So the cops are trained with, people yelling and stuff.
News.
They're like, yo, calm down, right? Now, teach you about this. If the police pulls you over, see, the police has a system set up. Okay? If they suspect this is a strange, say I'm a cop. I'm cruising through LA. I see this strange car in front of me, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm getting this weird vibe from this car. He's like, I'm a cop. Let me pull that guy over. So I pull this guy over, right? Say I'm the cop. God damn it. That's why I keep these
harmonic.
That's why I keep these toys around. It's a full man playing with toys. Teach you a fucking lesson. Sorry for my language. We will get back to Nipsey. Nipsey, if you're here, man, sorry, bro. I will. If you're here, we're gonna talk to you right now. One more thing I tell people.
Screw.
So, I feel this guy's suspicious, right? So I'm the cop. I pull you over. You're like, what'd you pull me over for, man? Now you're gonna have a bad feeling for like weeks.
Share.
How do you get rid of that bad feeling? Because you just got dissed, pulled over, and you're like, that's not fair. You're wrong. Get over that feeling. That feeling, use that as motivation for your life. So you got pulled over. You didn't do nothing wrong. So cop comes up to you and says, blah, 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 license registration.
Complete.
You give him license registration. He gives you attitude. He starts, come on, blah, 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 blah. You know what he's doing? The police has been trained to test you. If you lose your cool, you're not right in the head. You're dangerous to the community.
Ceiling.
You get that? So pass the tests. The angels have things from above. They're like, they know you're not right. So they be testing you.
Idea.
They know something about your future. They're trying to correct it now before it becomes a bad thing. You guys get it. So when you get pulled over, so the cop doesn't snap. You're reaching for a gun. You're reaching for a gun. Goes crazy. Kills the people. They say police is bad. Well, the cop thinks he's going to get shot. So when you get pulled over, what do? As soon as he pulls you over, say it's nighttime. Daytime is different. But do this. Grab your license registration out of your glove compartment so he doesn't think... Because when the cop sees you going for the glove compartment, he thinks you're going to grab a weapon. So he'll shoot you. So before he even gets out of his cruiser, sorry. Oh, no, donuts. I love donuts. Coffee. I'm kidding, officers. We all love cops. But the racism police have in LA, that's got to go, man. It's got to go. See, it works both ways. People make fun of cops. Cops make fun of the communities. Blah, blah. Be like, well, they never change. It's your job. It's your job to be a representative in the community.